Hello, everybody. This is William Randolph, and this is Monday First Thing. And on this Monday, I want to talk about something doesn't happen a lot, but when it does happen, it's very near and dear to our hearts, and that is NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. And on this topic, I want to bring in a colleague of mine that knows a lot about NDAs and has brought something very interesting to the marketplace that I want to share with the small business community. So, hello, my friend. Shesh, how you doing?
I'm great, William. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Would you please give us a quick couple of minutes on who you are, what you do, how you done it, and then let's dive into this idea, this concept of a better solution for non-disclosure agreements and NDAs for businesses.
Absolutely. First, thank you very much for having me on this podcast. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to having a great conversation with you. So my name is Shesh. I'm based out of Seattle, Washington, and I head up a startup called Core CLM. What we've done at Core CLM is we've gotten into this practice of building AI and machine learning based micro apps, short for micro applications. The cool thing about micro apps is these are standalone applications with the potential of being integrated with one another or with other systems. So we write software in such a way that downstream integration is easy. And we've built a host of micro apps, 6 to be precise. And they range anywhere from contract generation. By the way, most of these micro apps are in the realm of contract management.
Yeah, in our space. Yeah,
in our space, exactly. And so the first one is contract generation, and the NDA app kind of falls in that bucket. We also have things related to contract review, which I think is a huge problem. We have AI-driven contract reviews, which you can kind of let loose on any contract, any size contract, and normally what would take a human being anywhere between several hours to several days, our AI can do the job in a matter of minutes. So we're very happy about that. Cool. Some applications are in the area of, say, mergers and applications, due diligence, all those kind of things. And we've also created a contract management specific semantic search. This is not a keyword search. This is search. What that means is it's context driven. So our AI understands or tries to understand the intent of the user who's searching and goes and looks at the corpus of data that is sitting behind it and drives out relevant results based on the context of what the user is looking for. Again, a very cool concept. You may think of this as the Google of contract management.
That's pretty cool.
But we do a better job than Google. That's my assertion.
Awesome.
Right. So that's the path we are on. We've got 6 of these micro apps ready to go to be available to our users, and we've got a healthy and robust roadmap which takes us on to the next cycles of our build.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So when I think about NDAs, and particularly this micro app, tell me what I was doing wrong when I was taking the first NDA opportunity that I had to have one. I changed the names and used it over and then over and then over, and I've probably been using that same one for the last 3.5 years. Tell me why that might be sub-optimized.
Sub-optimized is the right word, William. I don't think you were doing anything wrong per se. You were doing it, but it was suboptimal. Given what I'm about to tell you, what we've built, you and other people, myself included, we were doing it in a very manual and a kind of a hunt and peck manner. So, for example, let me take a step back. NDAs, a lot of businesses generate NDAs. They are simple documents. When I talk to prospective clients and customers, they say, yeah, we've already have a template for an NDA. But when you really need it, then you go hunting for the right template,
Right.
right? And I have on my desktop 15 different mutual NDA templates, for example. But when I need one, I have to figure out which one is the latest and the greatest.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the first thing. You have several NDA templates. You have to go figure out which is appropriate for your use, which one has been updated with the latest clauses and
Right.
provisions, is the latest information. And all that is necessary to prevent the risk that an NDA trying to prevent,
Agreed. Agreed.
leakage of proprietary information. So that's in a nutshell kind of the value proposition, the problems that our micro app is trying to solve.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I saw, Shesh, is that the NDA, just like any other business arrangement, its origin is in the state of the geographical state, like
Yep.
Virginia, the
Yep.
state in which the arrangement is the origins of. So if you're using one that is governing Maryland versus California versus Virginia versus Texas, the underlying law behind business law behind them, all of them are different. So is there something that addresses that in the new way, in the AI machine learning NDA model?
There absolutely is. So there are two ways to do that. One is so our NDA is a wizards based approach. So what that means is when you get to our app when you need an NDA, one of the questions is, what's your state of origin in the US? And the moment you say put down Virginia or Washington, the AI goes through the data and sets aside all the relevant clauses and provisions that are applicable for the state.
Or the state. Oh, that's pretty
For
cool.
the state. The second thing is we also have user profiles. So when you create your user profile and as your state of residence or your state of business, you kind of indicate it's Virginia in your example, then the AI already matches your profile to the state of Virginia. So the moment you log in, the AI kind of knows that this is William. By default, his profile is for the state of Virginia. So it's already done all the heavy lifting in the background and it's ready to listen to other details you may provide it. So you don't have to worry about the states. It's already taken care of that.
Awesome. Awesome. Pretty cool. So Shesh, who do you think is your ideal, if you had an avatar customer or a use case, where do you think that, who do you think that is, or are there multiples?
There are. The ideal customer, since you asked that question, William, is people like us, the small to medium business owners, because we don't have ready access and easy and cheaper access to legal resources whenever we need an NDA, right? I'm a startup, I'm bootstrapping, I'm always tight on cash. So when I need an NDA, I try to hack through the system and I'll go cobble together something or the other and cross my fingers tightly and say, okay, I hope I don't have to come to a breach situation.
Sure.
But it's a risk in my mind. So it's people like us who are either agile and they need NDAs on a very regular basis and don't have the time to go around looking for the latest and the greatest template.
Sure.
Or again, people like us and other businesses who don't have ready access, they don't have in-house legal counsels, and who also want to save money. I mean, and the third most important category of customers is in our businesses, but also in enterprises, business users. Today, what happens is And even in a large enterprise, if a business user needs an NDA, needs it now, they still reach out to their legal counsel. Now, the legal counsel is spending some time and there's money going down the drain. Why should the business user not have the capability to generate and send an NDA for signatures without involving the legal counsel?
Right. Yeah, totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. I think about this from my perspective, again, as a small business owner, when I'm trying to either protect intellectual property or positioning, or am being asked. I know when I'm being asked to say submit a NDA as a small business, a hungry small business, it's like, well, I'll sign almost anything, just to get the work. And that is not the position that we want small businesses to be in. We want them to be in a proactive position where they are protecting their interests, not just trying to lock down work, which is the oftentimes the motivations of a small or nascent business.
And you're absolutely right. That's actually a great point. Small businesses, because we are scrappy, we are small, we are hungry, we want something, right? And we don't have the resources to, like I said, for legal resources. Yeah. But heaven forbid, if there was a breach, then we'd be the first ones to be taken.
Right.
We'd suffer.
To take it into shorts. Yeah.
Exactly. We'll be, it's going to be painful.
Yeah.
And also the thing is, with businesses like yours and other small businesses, that's where real innovation happens.
I like to think so. Yeah.
So you want to protect your intellectual property. You want to secure the flow of information. Even if there isn't a breach, but if there's information leakage, you've lost your IP.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
You always want to have the most robust yet the most easy way of doing an NDA.
Agreed. That's awesome. So Shesh, now that we're kind of running up to our point, I'd like to just, if there are people in the community that like to see it, touch it, be exposed to it, take it for a trial run, how do they, one, get in contact with you, and then two, how do they get in contact with the NDA tool? And maybe that's one and the same.
Yeah, well, it's easy, and because I'm a small business, I want to provide our NDA tool as a service to the small business community. Yeah. All you have to do, and I'm talking to all the viewers and listeners, send an email to info@coreclm.com or send an email to Think Acquisition. William can share that email. All you have to do is, hey, can I try the new NDA tool? And we'll send you the login details, and it's yours to use for free. Try it out, play with it. It's the real deal. It's a production micro app. There's no cost to you. Oh, we awesome. wanna offer you this service to at least alleviate this whole thing about NDA generations, and we built it for you. So
I love it. So that's I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I look forward to hearing back from you. Know that the tool has been built for the small business community, and I'd be excited if more and more people use it.
All right. So you heard it here first, folks. Info@core, CORECLM.com.
Yeah.
Okay. Info@coreclm.com. And you all know you can always reach out to me, William@thinkacquisition.net. Okay, and make sure we'll get a login sequence in your hands for you to try this out. Again, we are seeking to provide an opportunity, and we're so thankful for Shesh for offering an opportunity to get the tool in the hands of users, maybe even get some feedback. Who knows? You might hear something that may be very interesting in for the next evolution. So Shesh, thank you so much. Any last words for the small business community, AI, machine learning community? Any last words?
last words. So first, thank you very much, William, for providing me the platform to talk to the community, getting the good word out. Second, I look forward to as many users as possible to use the tool. And of course, feedback is always appreciated. So once again, thanks to the community and thank you, William.
All right. So on this Monday, folks, NDAs. If you've had a challenge before, haven't known exactly what to do, have had any questions about protecting yourself, your business, your intellectual property as you're doing teaming arrangements, subcontracting arrangements, whatever that may look like in the space, we've got a tool out there now. Okay, so take a look and give us some feedback. All the best. Be well.
Thank you. Be well.
Bye-bye.